Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're going to be installing the Ring doorbell. I also have a video for the floodlight, so check the video description for that, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open this right up. We're just going to cut where the tape is there, and on the back side, slide this out. Okay, so inside, very well packaged by the way. You have your instruction manual. And the instructions are very good if you want to follow them. And then, if not, just watch the video. Then you have different face shields to choose from, different colors. I'm going with the white one right now for this one. Then you have the actual Ring doorbell itself. Then down in here you have the wedges. Okay, so basically if you need to have it turned, yeah, it's a wedge shape, so that would face it that way. If you flip it upside down and mount it that way, it'll face it that way. And then you have a different wedge here just for facing it upwards or downwards, just depending on how you need to set it up. And the flat wedge is really cool. This is the one that they just intend for you to put it on if it's just flat. And it has the little level in there to help you get it straight. And so if you are using one of the other wedges, then simply just put the wedge on, and then like I did, I just kind of stacked it on top like that and turned it until it was level. But it is nice for them to give you a level like that. The angle is really nice and wide, I'll show you on mine. This is the second one. I installed the first one already. I have two of these now, and so the wide angle is pretty good. It almost didn't even need the wedge for my front door. Inside, these are the tools that it comes with. Okay, so it has this piece which you're going to mount inside your existing door ringer in your hallway. It has an extension piece in case your wires are not long enough out on your porch. Or sorry, that would be this one. It has an extension piece here in case the wires are not long enough out on your porch. And then it just has more extensions. Okay, it gives you different hardware to choose from. As you'll see in the video, I basically just reused the screws that were already in the house. If you have brick or stucco, it gives you a supplied drill bit, and you'll just drill into the stucco or the brick where you need it to go. You'll slide these in to that hole, and then when you put the screw in, it expands and holds it in place. It also gives you a screwdriver here. On one side it's your traditional Phillips screw, and then on the other side it's the Torx, which is basically like a multi-head screw. And I use that one in the very bottom at the end of the installation. So we're going to go ahead and start installing this and just do it step by step. Okay, so we're going to turn off the circuit breaker. Now sometimes it isn't listed specifically for the doorbell, and so there's a few ways to tell if you're getting the right one. In this case, this is the garage and utility one here and hallway, and so that's the tip that I'm giving you, is if you want to look at which light is closest to your actual doorbell ringer, then it may be on the same circuit. It may not. But for example, I just had this light on and I flipped the switch for the doorbell. Okay, and so you can see this is not illuminated anymore. And when you ring it, nothing happens. Next, you'll want to get on a ladder and come up to the actual doorbell chime. These usually just pull straight off. On this one, if I pull towards the bottom first, it kind of helped. But just remove the cover. Okay, so we're going to be looking for front and trans, the transformer. So those are the two that we're going to be using. So now we're going to install the Pro Power Kit, and it goes on the doorbell chime. So now, using the supplied screwdriver that they give you, we're going to remove the front and transformer screws, and we're not going to remove them all the way. We're just going to loosen them enough to slide the fork, these little forks, under each of them. Okay, so we slid one in. Now I loosen this screw, just to show you in person here, and we're just sliding that right behind it, and then we're just going to tighten that screw down. Okay, next remove the sticky tape off the back here, and now we're just going to stick it right here on the side of the plastic here, and we're set. Okay, so you do want to do your best to make sure that, if possible, none of these wires are touching any of these other terminals. So as you can see, this has been tightened down to where that's out of the way, this wire's out of the way, nothing should be touching anything else. Next, go ahead and remove the original door screws here. So now you're going to decide what kind of angle you want for the doorbell. So you can pick a wedged shape one, and once again flip that upside down for the other angle. The flat one, or the wedge to go up and down, depending on which way you put that on. And we'll just install the actual doorbell onto those for the right angle that you want. Okay, so I just removed the doorbell from these two wires, and those are the two wires we'll be reusing. So you want the mounting surface as flat as possible. So if you can get a pair of cutters like this and just kind of cut into the stucco or whatever material you have, you just want to smooth it out the best that you can so that it ends up being nice and flush with no holes in the back. I have a file as well that came in handy. So next you just want to run the wires through the bracket so that they're going through it. Okay, so I just pretty much replaced the top screw with the one that came out. And then on the bottom I have added that one as well, just the one that came out of the house. You can do that if you want. And so now that we've got them in here, they're still both loose to where they can move. So we're going to go ahead and put our level on here for the stock faceplate if you're putting it on flat. And then we're just going to turn this until it levels out right perfect. Okay, so we got that pretty well centered, so now we'll just tighten those down. So next you just want to take the cover off by pushing down like that and just remove the cover, and we'll take the actual doorbell now and go install it, and we're going to be using just two of the screws that hold it on there. So now on the back side of the ring we're just going to loosen these screws, and we're going to put each of these wires on one of these ends and tighten it back down. Now the kit does come with these extension wires if your wires coming from the house are not big enough, so you can just plug this in its place. Okay, so with each of those tightened down, now we're just going to put it right up here and mount it. I like it so the wires spread as you put them in so they'll never contact each other. Okay, so now I'm using the screws that have the rubber little grommet on the end of them, and we're just screwing it in here and then down there. Okay, next just remove the film. It's in two pieces. And then you'll be placing your desired cover on. And these are so easy to pop on and off, so we'll just try the white one on and just see how that looks. See if that looks classy. Okay, so now we'll put power back on. And we'll come check all of this. Make sure it's good. Okay, go ahead and just put your cover back on. Once again, they usually just slide straight on, pretty easy. So from here it's pretty simple. You're just going to go to the App Store, and that's on your phone, and you're going to find the Ring app. So when you type in Ring at the top, it should be this one that says Ring Always Home. So you'll go ahead and load that onto your phone. And something it asks you to do is turn the power off, but interestingly enough, the instructions don't say to turn it on. So when it asks you for Wi-Fi, that's when you want to turn your breaker back on. And then you'll go into your settings. And once again, it's very step-by-step. You'll just follow it. And you're going to click on Wi-Fi. So see how mine is Foxhound? So you click on your Wi-Fi, and it has a whole list, and Ring will show up as long as your power is turned back on. Then just follow the prompts. After that, just put your screw back into the bottom, and that'll secure the cover, and you're done. So here's what it looks like. As you can see, the angle on this one, I did have the wedge over to the left a little bit, but it turned out really good. So really excited. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this was a helpful video for you. If you enjoyed it, then like and subscribe. and put any questions you have in the comments. Thanks, guys.